Guys, we are back with Uncle Daddy. I had to come back real quick because I heard some stuff that we need to talk about. Now, Uncle Daddy has the absolute nerve to be commenting on West Indy and her struggle situation while he's acting like he's big money, okay? While he's acting like he's getting that paper, but he won't help her with anything. I need for Uncle Daddy to make it make sense, guys. Let's hop into it, okay? Listen up, y'all. Thumbs up.
One thing I can say is it's like I've tried my hardest to talk to her, to see things in different ways, but when some people, no matter who it is, you see something they don't see, it's like if they don't want to see it, they don't want to see it. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like for me, for example,
How old is she? I didn't mean to interrupt you. How old is she?
She just turned 31.
I was gonna give her a little grace, but at 31, already having 2 kids, you know a whole lot of right from wrong at that age. After having 2 kids, so I was gonna give her some grace, but it's kind of hard to give grace at 31. I got a daughter that's 33, so at 33, you kind of know what you're doing. You know what I mean?
I mean, I'm pretty sure.
But go ahead. I'm sorry.
People are aware of. Well, I can't say that because I can't say that because it's just like when I have a conversation with her, it's like I'll ask her something like, and I'll be like, I just be confused myself. So I'm just being 100% honest. You know what I mean? Like,
but yet, Uncle Daddy, you still had unprotected intercourse with the young woman. So what are you so confused about? Uncle Daddy, you act like you're so above this woman when you guys met in a shelter. Guys, I hate to keep repeating that, but we're talking about the facts. So were you guys really that far apart financially or mentally? You're spreading your seed all around the United States, Uncle Daddy. Uncle Daddy, why don't we ever see you with any of your children on your day off? I'll wait. Let me cook. Why don't we see you with any of your 5 children? I'm sorry, y'all, it's 5. Westy is pregnant with the 6th baby, and they're all by different mothers. Any answers on that? Okay, let's go.
Over and over
right?
again. Yes, ma'am.
You're in your 40s, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So it could be a maturity difference. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes as you get older, you've gone through a lot more in life. You know what I mean? And
not really that, because even when I was younger, I always just been a thinker. I've always been a thinker.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Maybe you was more mature at your age than most guys.
But you didn't think about using protection when you were laying down with these 6 young women, though. But you've always been a thinker. Uncle Daddy, shut up. Shut up.
Yeah, I moved out of my house when I was like 17, 16. You know what I'm saying? So I've always been,
So you kind of had to grow up because
I wanted to, because I just knew I was doing stuff different.
I think for her, she don't have a good sense of how to manage money, and I don't blame her for that, because a lot of parents didn't teach it to their kids. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people haven't tried to get helped on to even want to learn how to manage money. You know what I'm saying? But I think that's one of the issues that she has is money management. I kind of spot that right away.
Listen to this.
I believe. I'm sorry.
The same thing.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. No, that was rude. Go ahead.
She wants a different result, but she's doing the same things. And what I mean by that is, when you have sex with somebody unprotected, you can't say, "Well, they didn't ask me. Am I on the pill?" It's your body, so it's your responsibility to know that you're the one that can get pregnant, right? So if you don't want to get pregnant, you do whatever precautionaries you need to do. It was more like, well, if it happens, it happens. It don't, it don't. But you can't get mad that you've got 2 kids out of wedlock, unprotected sex,
Wait a minute,
and the
Trinity. Are
I
we
mean,
not acting like the men can't be held accountable? The men know the results of having unprotected sex too. See, we're gonna get on these women because we're the mommy sector, but we're also, especially if we see the men are acting stupid and like idiots right here on the screen. So Uncle Daddy shouldn't worry about getting her pregnant. She should only worry about getting pregnant. No, it was up to both of them to be accountable for this mess that they both have made.
yes, the father should be in the life, but at the same point, we don't know if it was like a one night stand, if it was a fling. You understand what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
she doesn't take accountability for her mistakes on that, especially on that part. It was more like, oh, it was a blessing. It wasn't planned. Well, you want to plan a marriage, but you don't want to plan a child. There's a difference. So,
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of backwards.
Well, I can say
You
that,
understand what I'm saying?
I'm going to definitely be active, and of course, I try to say, hey, well, maybe, I'm like, okay, well, let me just
But I don't see you being active in the kids that are already here on earth. Uncle Daddy, you're a talker and not a doer. Do you think we don't have eyes? We can see that you're not doing anything right now, Uncle Daddy. Who do you think you're fooling? You
do
won't
stuff
even
different as well
support
as
the girl
myself
through her pregnancy, but you're gonna be there and you're gonna be active. Yeah,
because
okay,
I'm not
okay. We'll wait
perfect.
and
I never
see.
claim to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? And I make mistakes and I take accountability. So when I found out, I'm like, well, you know what? I don't want to bring another child in here, even though I know that it wasn't planned, but it happened, right? But I'm like, well, I could be a stand up guy and say, all right, well, come on, let's go and get married. But when the conversations don't align, it's like now I have to rethink my decisions. Does that make sense? Not saying that I still won't do what I need to
Mm-hmm.
do, but like you said,
But Uncle Daddy, you're
some
not
people
doing it now. Uncle Daddy, whether she's lazy or not, it is your responsibility to feed your child. If she is carrying your child and she is hungry, then you need to be feeding her. That is my opinion. Other people may not agree with that. Other people may think it's okay to be a deadbeat, to not even give your look. If it was my baby mama and I was a man and my baby mama says she hungry, even though he claimed he's money, he's making so much money, give her $50 or something. At least let her get some groceries. Come on, guys.
don't prioritize. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when you said about the money, I think it's more of a prioritize issue when it comes to the money. So it's a delusion. It's a
That's what you say.
delusion.
So she feels like the other things take more priority over rent and car note and insurance and the
No,
things that keep.
it's more of I'm gonna party first and play later versus pay now and then party later. And see
I
the
got
thing with that type of mentality is it's always double on the back end. See me, I'm gonna pay first and then play. Like I got vacations coming up. You see what I'm saying? And what I choose to do with my vacations, I can do because they're already paid up. My rent's paid
you.
up. I'm taking care of my responsibilities first, and then
And
I can enjoy
I
and
don't
not
judge
have to
So
people
as
worry
that
and
far as
stress.
Uncle Daddy is concerned, he is paid. He got all this money. He can play with money. He can go on vacations, but he can't get a car. Uncle Daddy has money to play with and go on vacations, and they're prepaid and do this and do that. But Uncle Daddy doesn't have a car. Okay, we're listening.
I don't judge people that lose a job or you know they are struggling. Like I don't judge none of that.
Hmm.
The thing that got me was I get it that she was pregnant, but
Hmm.
there are some you are a single parent, you gotta work. If there's you gotta push through. You gotta push through that sickness. Like let the job. I mean, she did Instacart, so she could go on her own schedule. So like, if you're feeling better the next 2 3 hours, go do what you can for that day. That might could have helped from losing the car. You know what I mean? Because I knew once she was at home
I told her to even find a work from home job. So I'm agreeing with you. I told her you can
I
find a work from
said
home
it,
job.
I
First thing she told me
suggested
was,
to
I
her.
don't have luck. I never had luck. So I'm like, how many work from home jobs did you try? Because
I
there's
know, I
millions of
know
them.
one that will hire her right now. I know one. It's called Frontier, and they're an internet company. They will send her the computer and everything, and hire her right this second on the spot. I think it's like 15 an hour. It's not a whole lot of money,
Mhm.
but when you're
If
working from
something is
home,
better than
and
nothing,
exactly. So when I suggested it and I mentioned the company, I got bashed. It was more like, I'm not gonna work from home. I'm more like almost like she got to
entitled.
be around people.
Entitled.
Yeah.
We're gonna
So
call a spade entitlement.
She's entitled, but yet you were just over her house. Uncle Daddy, you were just over the girl's house sleeping with her. After she found Cookie's number in your phone, she found that Cookie was sending you messages, and she found out that Cookie was sending you pictures. So who is really entitled here? You guys are twins. You're more of a narcissist. She's more lazy and just dingy. That's the difference. But both of you are selfish and worried about yourselves rather than putting your family and your children first and too stupid to use protection.
And if you don't say what she wants to hear, you're slow. You're
No,
stupid.
you're
My
wrong.
daughter don't even talk to me like that. And I'm thinking,
Right.
then it's like, then the kids go to daycare. Why don't you get on CCDS so they can pay for the daycare while she's looking for work because she's pregnant? There's resources that help pay for the daycare. So when you mention it, it's like it's like either keep mama at home and get a work from home job and don't worry about daycare. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like she's got everything so figured out, but it's not figured out. You know what I mean?
I agree.
But
I agree.
I really do wish you the best. I know this is going to be an 18-year challenge for you ahead. I don't know a whole lot about you. I don't need to know a whole lot about you. But what I do know is she's combative, and and that's going to be a big.
You think?
She's got this ideology that she needs to be married, but being married is work. You don't just have a think that you can have a baby and just get married. Being married is not the same kind of work as she thinks it is. It's not what
You
she
know,
thinks it is. You understand what I'm saying? So, but she has this huge desire to want to be married that she's not trying to become the wife for somebody that she needs to be married to. Yeah, she could go find a man that'll sleep with her pregnant. We know that. But yeah, she could be missing out on another man. But at the same point, it's that inner work. It's that inner work. You know, and then a man though, a man wants to know that in the event that something ever happens to him, would you do what you got to do? But if you're not doing what you got to do for you and your kids right now, how can he know that he could trust you with everything that he's got? So that's why I said I wish you both the best. I don't wish nothing, no ill will on you nor her, but I just hope that I wish she would listen to a lot of women in her comments, even the older ones. We bring wisdom, knowledge, experience, but she shuts us down. She blocked me, but I got
you
other
think you're the
channels.
only one? You think you're the only one? Y'all think y'all the only one? Oh, okay.
If you say what she don't like, she blocks you instantly.
Oh, that nigga would have got checked.
You think she likes everything?
Oh, that nigga would have got checked. Y'all think y'all the only one. Let me explain something to you, little boy. Okay, because y'all here acting like a little boy. Don't get schooled by a real one. Okay, because see, Trinity not checking you and reeling your ass in like you need to be reeled in. I already said everything I had to say about Uncle Daddy. He is a deadbeat. He is a loser. You can see him coming from a mile away. He thinks he's some type of player. He's up here wearing Temu short sets and think he got the room, walking through an apartment complex that he owns nothing in, talking shit about how it has 2 pools like he fucking paid for him to get installed. The nigga is weird. Spraying on colognes from Shein, wearing Temu outfits, wearing Temu glasses, acting like they Versace's, like they Chanel glasses or something. This nigga think he's something who he's not. And I think being in that shelter and doing better for himself than probably most of the people in there, probably because they have a mental problem. But let me tell you right now, you and Westy have mental problems. Don't think you better than nobody, Uncle Daddy, because you're not. Not saying I'm better than you either. But Uncle Daddy, you're too old to be getting people pregnant from the homeless shelter. You're too old to be getting randoms pregnant, and your baby mama is too old to be getting pregnant by randoms. Both of y'all niggas is weird. Okay?
Everything that I say, because I'm controlling. I'm
but
a manipulator.
But I have to give something to you. You were being super honest about one thing, and that took a lot to say, but you said it on live. You said you sleep with her because you know you can, because she's the mother of your kids. And
Yes,
you
because
also
I'm like,
said
I don't want to go and sleep with other people. I didn't want to go sleep around with other people. You
right.
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I get that.
No, I don't understand, Uncle
We're
Daddy.
not in
That's
a
called a
relationship.
user. There is no validation. See, I'm not up here validating shit that Uncle Daddy is saying. I get that she's on his platform, so she probably don't want to disrespect him because then she's not gonna be able to get out what she want to say. But what, by no means are we over here at Pine Nation will be ever taking up for Uncle Daddy. All right, Uncle Daddy is a loser and a user. He used West Indy for what he can get. Yes, she's dumb to let him use her. Don't think we're not on her top either. But we're not just gonna act like the men are always right and the women are always wrong because that's definitely not the case. Okay.
But that don't mean I don't have. Just because you're not in a relationship, don't mean you don't have some kind of feelings or desire for that person. It just
Right.
means right now in this moment, I don't see us together working. I don't see us in a relationship.
Right.
But at least you keeping that a buck. I'm just basing it off of what I see, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what goes on behind the cameras. I'll put it
Mm-hmm.
like that. You know what I mean? But at least you kept it real that. And she said the only thing you're good for it was coming over for the sex, so she was gonna leave that out of the equation. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
at the same point, I kind of see where you're going. Like maybe the baby's not here yet, so you haven't even had the opportunity to really step up yet until the kid comes. But I know you got to feel some kind of way, like you don't want her to be homeless because she is pregnant. Do you have
Right.
a plan? Let's just say that happens. And I know
Mm-hmm.
that puts you in a position, right? But let's
Mm-hmm.
just say that happens and she don't have nowhere to go. Do you see yourself maybe making either maybe helping her to get into another place if that's what you got to do? Do you see yourself in a position where you might have to step in?
Like I said, I tried to have that conversation with her before all of this, but once again, it's like for me, it's talking to a brick wall.
Okay.
I've tried. I'm telling you, like I literally said, you know, we can all be here for a little while, and then I'm gonna get something bigger. You know what I mean?
She did
Get you a
mention
work from home job. Get you a work from home job, so that way we can start saving. And before the baby, you see what I'm saying?
that.
But the thing with her is she doesn't want to do anything but this. This
I
controls her
got
life.
you.
Uncle Daddy, we know what's going on here. You're jealous that she gets the male attention that she gets, but you should have never stuck it in her because you knew she was a 304 before that. So what the did you expect? What did you expect? I don't understand why people think as soon as they step into the picture, the expectations are grand now. This person is going to change for me. It's not going to happen. You've lived long enough to know that that was not going to happen. And so I'm just trying to figure out what did Uncle Daddy expect?
I got
So
you.
it's like you want me. She told me to go and get a second or third job. What? I don't even want to work the one I got. Why you think I'm using my mind to make money, making my money make money for me? You
I
understand what
think
I'm saying? But it's like you don't even you expect me to take care of you, those two, and the new one, and you don't want to do nothing but do this? Nah, nah.
I think it would be different if y'all were able to be better than this because I think if you've seen her work ethic a little bit better, then you would be like, I don't have a problem getting a second, third job to take care of my family because I know
No,
my wife
I
is
don't
doing the bit or
believe that.
my girlfriend.
Uncle Daddy is listen. Uncle Daddy is a narcissistic lunatic. He's going to move that goalpost every time you meet the goal. Uncle Daddy is a narcissist. I can tell by the way he talks. We can tell by the way he acts. He thinks he's so good looking. He thinks he's hot shit. Uncle Daddy is a goalpost moving MFer. He's going to move that goalpost every time you reach and do what he says that he wants you to do. You're going to think, okay, this will be satisfying. You can never satisfy a narcissistic, selfish ass prick like Uncle Daddy. He's pretending that all she had to do was do A, B, and C. I bet you she's done A, B, and C 30 times over. Maybe not on the work tip, but other ways she's probably doing A, B, and C. And Uncle Daddy said, no, I'm moving the goalpost. Gotcha again. Yeah, I don't believe that if she was all of a sudden to get a job and do YouTube, why Uncle Daddy? So you can do YouTube and work, but she can't just do YouTube. If you guys live together, she's still getting a YouTube check. So what I'm trying to figure out is why is a nigga worried about what I'm bringing to the motherfucking table? That's your job. to bring the money to the table. Now, you can say what you want to say. I wish a nigga would ask me what I'm bringing to the table. Don't worry about what I'm bringing to the table. Is you about to put a skirt on to have a baby? Because it's real feminine for a nigga to ask you what you bringing to the table. Okay? People may or may not agree, but that's my opinion. As long as I'm bringing something to the table, don't worry about how much it is, Uncle Daddy. Uncle Daddy, are you for the YouTube streets or are you for this girl that you got pregnant? You need to make it make sense because I don't get it. I don't get it, Uncle Daddy.
Right? Is doing the best that she can.
That's the problem. They're not. That's the problem right there. They're not. They're not.
Right. There's no.
Because I said you could get a simple work from home job. You don't have to leave the house. You don't want to do that. So you're not doing your best. So why should I have to do more than that? Why?
It would be.
Is that fair to me? That doesn't make sense.
If you were to marry her, she would not be
that
working.
That does not make any sense when I don't even get respect. Something that's free. Just like how when you're talking, do you see me cutting you off? No, I'm allowing you to talk.
No.
We can't even talk like that. We can't even talk like that. First thing I say is dismissed. Don't want to hear it. I'm getting cut off. It's not proper conversation. They're yelling high-pitched voices at me, throwing insults, calling me insecure just because I have an opinion. So once again, what sense does that make for me?
In my opinion,
does it bother you that it's all out on
West
YouTube?
Indy wants to do social media and she's bringing in a bag from social media. Why does Uncle Daddy have a problem with that? I'll tell you why Uncle Daddy have a problem with that, in case you can't read between the goddamn lines. He's a controlling narcissist. He wants West Indy he wants her to tighten up. See, Uncle Daddy wanted to turn a 304 into a housewife, and it's not going to happen. Okay? Come on, y'all. Use your brain cells, okay? Hit the thumbs up, y'all.
Your personal life.
Absolutely. But I can't do nothing about it. But still defend her and defend me. But I will tell the truth. But I still stick up for her. How many times y'all see me stick up for her? I don't even say my baby mama. I say my child's mother. I have respect for her still. And I'm the one that's being disrespected.
Daddy, you think just because you don't call her your baby's mother, this is the delusion. Where do this nigga get his information from? Because you're low on the totem pole, bruh. I don't even call her my baby mama, like he's honoring her. Girl. I can't.
So it just makes me look even more dumb. And then people were like, why you ain't doing this? Why I ain't doing that?
And when do he take up for her? I have never heard Uncle Daddy take up for this girl ever.
Not everybody's in the relationship. Like they
think they know.
What's out there. And I believe there's always two sides to every story. You know what I mean? There's three sides actually. You know what I mean?
Right. But absolutely correct.
I try not to judge just based on what I see. That's why I was like, let me just ask some questions.
Well, I do like that Trinity came up here. I feel like this was very entertaining for the people that like to watch the back and forth between West Indy and Uncle Daddy. Guys, thanks for hanging in there with me. I hope you enjoyed this reaction, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.